Hear me, champions, warriors, unstoppable souls. Gather now in this space of fire and truth. This is not a soft whisper for the faint of heart. This is your moment to rise, to claim, to conquer. You have just shattered their strongest shield. You have pierced through their walls. Now they stand completely exposed, vulnerable, trembling, unable to hide. And what you just did is haunting them. You might feel the tremor in your bones, the surge in your blood, the electricity in your mind. Good. You deserve that. Because you have done what they thought nobody could. You dismantled their fortress from the inside. You removed their mask brick by brick, and now their true face stands bare before the world. They believed they were untouchable. They believed their defenses, strategies, reputations, lies, crafted illusions would hold forever. But you confronted those defenses. You challenged them. You revealed their cracks. And now, they stand naked before your determined gaze. They feel it. It haunts their sleepless nights. The echoes of what you did now torment their mind. Never doubt that moment. Never diminish its power. You have not merely wounded them. You have unraveled their armor. You have struck at the core. You have demonstrated that their might was built on unstable ground. You have exposed that behind their facade lies fear, weakness, guilt, hidden regret, false narratives, and they now tremble at your clarity and strength. This speech is for you, the one who has forced their truth into the light. Think back to the journey that brought you here. You didn't wake one day and decide to topple a fortress. You walked through storms. You stared down darkness. You endured betrayals. You were mocked, underestimated, dismissed. You heard whispers behind your back. You were told your vision was impossible, your ambition unrealistic, your voice inaudible. You felt walls closing in. You saw hands reaching to push you away. Every moment, you carried a burning question. Will I ever break through? And through every doubt, every tear, every sleepless night, you gathered resolve. You nurtured strength. You sharpened your mind. You waited. You prepared. You persisted because you understood the day you broke through would arrive. And now it is here. You confronted their titanic defenses, social facades, manipulated truths, public perception, intimidation, lies, intimidation tactics. Whatever they erected, you challenged it. You used truth, clarity, unwavering conviction, courage. You refused to bow, to shrink, to silence. You spoke, you acted, you persisted. With laser focus, you chipped away until the towering wall fell. When it collapsed, you stood victorious. When they gasped at the void, you pressed forward. They expected you to retreat. They expected silence, regret, submission. They expected fear. Instead, you moved in. You claimed that territory. You revealed their vulnerabilities. You spotlighted their inconsistencies, their hypocrisy, their hidden fears. You showed the world that their fortress was built on shifting sand. Now they feel naked, exposed. Their allies waver. Their support cracks. Their bravado trembles. Their lies unravel in plain view. And behind them lies regret, panic, confusion. They look at you and see a force they cannot control. They see a power they cannot suppress. They realize they miscalculated. They misjudged the depth of your resolve. They misread the strength of your spirit. They are haunted by what you awakened, the truth, the justice, the accountability they thought forever buried. This is your moment. Lean into it. Feel the gravity of the impact, because it changes everything. When their biggest defense is gone, everything they built falls into question. The narratives they spun unravel. The fear they inspired diminishes. The walls others built around them crack. Their influence shrinks. Their voice trembles. They must now respond to the vacuum they created. They must contend with the void, and that void belongs to you. They believe they can recover. They will scramble. They will fight to rebuild. They will bring pressure, intimidation, distractions, manipulation. But you have the advantage. You already saw behind the wall. You already know the terrain. You already witnessed their inner fears. You already exposed their secrets. That means they cannot surprise you. That means they are playing on your revealed battleground, where you now hold the maps. This is a test. They will push, claw, negotiate, threaten, twist truths, spin stories. People will question you. Many will doubt you. Some will turn. But those are the battles you expected. In this new phase, your faith, your clarity, your consistency matter more than ever. Do not be swayed by noise. Do not retreat under scrutiny. Do not let guilt or hesitation seep in. Maintain your posture of unyielding integrity. Continue speaking truth. Continue acting with courage. Continue walking forward with confidence. Let their scrambling be the soundtrack to your ascent. You must rise in this season of exposure. You must shine through the crack where their defenses once stood. You must show your face, your mission, your purpose. You must galvanize those who watched, those who doubted, those who feared. Let your boldness become ignition for others who live under lies, under oppression, under illusion. You broke their defense. Now lead the charge. Extend a hand to those who tremble. Empower voices that whisper behind the walls. Bring clarity where darkness reigned. Become the lighthouse in a storm of doubts. In your heart, cement this truth. The exposure you triggered is a breakthrough. It is a rupture from the cage they built. It is the moment the facade unravels. It is the beginning of their unraveling and your rise. They will respond, but the battlefield has shifted. Before, they held ground. Now, you hold momentum. Before, they scrambled defense. Now, you command offense. Before, they dictated narratives. Now, you seize the narrative. You hold the vantage point. They must react. They must answer. And every reaction is evidence. Every answer gives you openings. Every move reveals them further. The road ahead is not easy. Expect backlash. Expect misinterpretation. Expect walls built around you anew. Expect attempts to discredit, to distract, to silence. But you have a bigger truth inside you. You have conviction. You have allies who are watching, waiting for someone to strike. You have those whose lives were discounted under the rule of their illusions. You have the world watching the fall of their castle, and you have your inner flame, resilient, fierce, clear. When they roar, you whisper truth. When they threaten, you stand firm. When they turn people against you, you maintain your course. Let your integrity shine brighter than any spotlight they aim to redirect. Let your consistency become the measure by which others judge you. Let your vision guide those who feel lost. Let your courage inspire. Let your faith in the unseen sustain you. You have already granted the world a revelation. You have already rattled their foundations. You have already changed the rules. You now must walk forward with deliberate steps. Examine each move. Is this true? Is this necessary? Is this aligned with purpose? Speak with clarity. Act with conviction. Choose battles that elevate your mission. Protect your energy. Surround yourself with those who see the truth you revealed. Discard the small voices telling you to shrink, to apologize, to hide. They belong to a diminished world you are leaving behind. Never forget, their fear is your fuel. Their panic is your signal. Their scrambling is your opening. Their weakness is your invitation to march forward. Step into the vacancy they created. Speak into the silence they feared. Fill the gap with vision, with justice, with truth. Stand in that territory and claim it. Let those watching know the fortress is broken, the giant is stunned. The regime of falsehood must rebuild itself, but you are already moving ahead. Let every person who witnessed their deception see your rise. Build bridges to those who suffer under their tangled web. Use your revelation not just for your victory, but for collective awakening. Let the example you set send tremors into every corner where lies, fear, control, manipulation hold sway. Show them that no wall is impregnable, that no defense is immune to truth, that when someone refuses to bow, the entire structure collapses. There will be days when the weight feels too heavy, when the attackers multiply, when doubts whisper. In those days, close your eyes and recall that moment you broke their defense. Remember the clarity that cut through their haze. Remember the moment they froze. Remember the moment you stood firm as their fortress cracked. Recall that you have seen what lies behind. Recall that you have touched the nerve. Recall that you have the ammunition of truth and purpose. Then breathe deep. Center. Refocus. Recommit. Walk forward. Do not pause. Do not shrink. Let each step you take amplify the truth you released. Let each word you speak echo their exposure. Let each act you make cement your vision. Let your life now become an embodiment of what they feared. Relentless, uncompromising revelation, unstoppable ascent. And so I speak to you now. Embrace your moment. You have just broken their biggest defense. They are completely exposed. Let that truth ring in your bones. Let it silence your enemy. Let it shake the foundations of their influence. But let it also guide your next movement. Purpose, integrity, courage, clarity. Rise from the rubble of their fall. Blaze a path forward. Lead those who tremble. Illuminate the darkness they fled. Let your victory be more than their defeat. It must be the dawn for many. This is your season. This is your hour. They thought they were safe. You showed them they were not. They believed their walls would hold. You broke them. They counted on fear. You stood fearless. This is the turning point. Let the world watch what unfolds next. Not out of curiosity, but in reverence for what one person determined to expose darkness can begin. And that one person is you. They will never forget the moment you stood tall as their walls cracked. Even years from now, when their voices soften and their power fades, they will still remember you. Not because you destroyed them, but because you forced them to see themselves. You showed them their reflection when they tried so hard to avoid the mirror. That is why you haunt them. Not because you are a nightmare, but because you are a living reminder of everything they hope to bury. They close their eyes and the image of your breakthrough flickers again and again. They remember your steady hands, your unwavering eyes, your relentless step. They hear your words echoing through the halls they once thought belonged to them. And even as they attempt to rebuild, they cannot do so without thinking of you standing at the threshold, refusing to leave. This is the power of a breakthrough forged in perseverance. This is not a fleeting victory built on chance. This is a seismic shift carved by patience, courage, and clarity. When you act from truth, your actions reverberate far beyond the moment. They do not simply break walls, they change the landscape. They alter the course of events. They leave footprints on the ground that others will follow. And as you walk this new terrain, you must understand you are no longer only a challenger. You are now a standard bearer. People are watching not only for the fall of the fortress, but for the rise of what will replace it. Your words, your moves, your posture, all of it will become a model for those who rise after you. The darkness you passed through on your way here was not wasted. It was shaping you, preparing you, hardening you. Each sleepless night, each betrayal, each moment of silence was a forge. Inside that forge, your spirit was tempered. You learned to stand when no one stood with you. You learned to see through fog when everyone else believed the illusion. You learned to be patient, even when everything in you screamed to act. And when the time came, you moved with precision. That is why your strike landed. That is why the defense broke. That is why they are exposed now. Because you did the hidden work long before the world saw the moment. They are watching you now, and so are those who always longed for a moment like this. You are carrying more than your own fight. You are carrying their silent hopes. You are showing them it can be done. That truth can prevail. That deception can crumble. That courage can win over fear. Do not underestimate the weight of that. It will feel heavy, but it is also your power. It is what makes this moment more than personal victory. It transforms it into legacy. They will try to turn the narrative against you. They will say you were lucky or reckless or driven by something selfish. They will whisper about your motives. They will invent stories. They will push these stories because they need to rebuild the illusion that their fortress was never really broken. Do not let their noise enter your bones. Keep your center steady. Those who matter, those who see, will understand, and those who do not are not your concern. You are not here to satisfy every onlooker. You are here to live your truth fully and without apology. Every time you doubt yourself, look at the ruins of what once stood. Look at the empty spaces where their walls once loomed. Remember how long it took, how hard it was, and how certain they were that you would never succeed. Remember that they laughed, dismissed, undermined. And yet here you are standing where they once stood. This is proof. Proof that persistence reshapes the impossible. Proof that silence and patience are not weakness but power when directed with purpose. Proof that one determined soul can shake an entire structure built on fear and illusion. You are not done. You have entered the second stage. Stage 1 was breaking the defense. Stage 2 is walking through the open gate and planting your own flag of truth. This is where your discipline matters most. This is where you decide whether your victory becomes a passing headline or a lasting shift. Do not rush. Move with intention. Speak with clarity. Align your actions with a vision bigger than yourself. Because when the gate is open, there will be chaos, and in chaos, leaders emerge. Step into that leadership. It will not be comfortable, but it is necessary. You will feel eyes on you, some admiring, some envious, some afraid. Let them look, let them watch. Your strength will not be in proving them wrong, but in staying true to the compass inside you. Walk forward with quiet confidence. Each time you act from that place, you widen the path for others. Each time you hold steady, you deepen the foundation under your feet. Each time you refuse to be provoked, you increase your authority. Authority does not come from noise or position. It comes from consistency under pressure. The ones you expose may one day approach you differently. Some may seek reconciliation, some may want to join you, others may plot quietly to rise again. All of this is natural. You need not fear it. You have already learned how to see through appearances. Use that vision wisely. Be neither naive nor vindictive. Move with strength and fairness. Protect what you have built, but do not become like what you fought. The darkness you stood against is also a teacher showing you how not to behave when you hold power. And when you wake each morning, remember the moment you broke through. Let it remind you that nothing is impenetrable. Let it fuel your commitment to stay sharp, to stay awake, to stay grounded. Because the world is full of fortresses, some built of lies, some of fear, some of despair. Your journey will cross more of them. But you already know the pattern. You already know the process. And you already know that behind every towering wall, there is always a point of weakness waiting for someone courageous enough to find it. This is your calling now. Not to destroy, but to reveal. Not to harm, but to awaken. Not to gloat, but to guide. What you just did is haunting them because it represents a shift they cannot reverse. You have shown them and the world what happens when truth meets illusion. And that is the work of a lifetime. Hold it carefully, walk it humbly, and never forget, the walls you broke were not just theirs, they were also yours. Every defense you tore down in them also freed something inside you. You are as exposed now as they are. Use that exposure to grow, not to shrink. Use it to rise, not to retreat. You broke their biggest defense. They are completely exposed. What you just did is haunting them, and it is awakening you. The silence after the storm is deafening because it carries the weight of what just happened. You have breached their strongest defenses and left them exposed, not just to you, but to the world, to themselves. And that silence is not peace. It is the uneasy stillness before the reckoning. They are haunted because they cannot go back. They cannot rebuild the illusion exactly as it was. Something inside them knows the truth now, and the truth is a merciless judge. It tears through their carefully constructed stories, through the polished masks, through the whispers they once used to control others. And while they wrestle with this internal collapse, you are already stepping forward into a new reality, one where you no longer play by their rules or hide in shadows. You walk with a clarity that shatters the fog. Every move you make from this moment forward carries a new weight. People feel it, sense it, react to it, even if they do not fully understand it. You have become a signal flare in the darkness, a beacon that others who were trapped in silence and fear are drawn to. Your courage to expose the hidden truths is a map for the lost, a challenge to the complacent, and a threat to those who still cling to the fading illusion. This is why they fear you, not because you wield brute force, but because you wield truth, a weapon far more powerful and precise. They cannot defeat what is real. They can only try to bury it again. But you already know how that ends. Understand this, exposure is not merely a momentary victory. It is a doorway into relentless accountability, a relentless pursuit of integrity. The walls you tore down were never just their walls. They were shields against the light, barriers that protected lies and hidden fears. When those walls fall, darkness flees, but the light demands attention. It demands consistency. It demands action. And if you falter now, if you let complacency settle into your bones, the darkness will creep back. The ghosts of what was hidden will resurface. You must be vigilant, not just for their sake, but for your own soul's clarity. It is not enough to have broken the defense. You must become the architect of what replaces it. You must build with the bricks of honesty, the mortar of courage, and the blueprint of vision. This is your charge, your burden, and your privilege. You have been given a rare chance to lead transformation, to guide those who once hid behind those defenses into the light of understanding. Some will follow, some will resist. Some will try to rebuild the old walls in new forms. But your role is to hold steady, to act with unwavering purpose, to embody the change you wish to see. Because leadership born from exposure demands more than words. It demands relentless action. Remember that every defense you break opens a new front. The battles multiply, but so do the opportunities. You will encounter fierce opposition from those desperate to maintain control. They will spin tales, create distractions, attempt to turn allies against you. These are expected tactics in the war you have entered. Do not let them shake your foundation. Stand firm in the knowledge that exposure is the beginning of transformation, not the end. It is the spark that ignites revolution, not the revolution itself. Your job now is to keep that flame alive, to nurture it with truth, resilience, and unwavering commitment. What you just did is haunting them because it exposed their vulnerability. Vulnerability they desperately tried to hide because to admit it would be to admit defeat. But vulnerability is not weakness. It is a doorway to authenticity. You have forced them to face a reality they avoided, and in doing so, you have shattered illusions that once controlled them and those around them. They are exposed, but so are you. And this shared exposure is an invitation to growth, to deeper understanding, to genuine connection. Do not recoil from it. Embrace it. Let it strengthen your resolve. Let it deepen your wisdom. Let it fuel your compassion. As you move forward, guard your energy fiercely. Exposure makes you a target, not just of external attacks, but also of internal doubts and fears. There will be moments when the weight feels unbearable, when the noise threatens to drown out your voice, when the shadows whisper that you are alone. But remember, you are not. You carry within you the strength of every moment you refuse to back down. You carry the hopes of those who watched quietly, waiting for someone to break through. You carry the power of truth itself, a force that cannot be silenced or destroyed. Let every step you take be deliberate. Let every word you speak be measured. Let your presence be a reminder that breaking defenses is only the first act in a much larger story. Your journey is not just about tearing down, it is about building up. It is about lighting a path through the darkness, guiding others out of their cages, and standing as a testament to what is possible when courage meets conviction. You have already made history by breaking their biggest defense. Now, make history by what you create in the aftermath. They are haunted because you showed them that their reign of fear and illusion is not eternal. You are haunted because you now carry the responsibility of change. This dual haunting is the crucible in which greatness is forged. Do not shy away from it. Do not seek to quiet the echoes. Instead, harness them. Let the haunting become your anthem. Let it remind you of the power you hold and the path you have chosen. The world needs that power now more than ever. Your journey is far from over. There will be new defenses to break, new battles to fight, and new truths to reveal. But you are no longer the same person who faced those walls for the first time. You are stronger, wiser, and more focused. You have tasted victory and know the price of defeat. You have seen the shadows and chosen to bring light. And in that choice lies your true power. So stand tall in your exposure. Own it, live it, breathe it. The world is watching, and they will remember the day you broke their biggest defense and left them completely exposed. They will remember the fear in their eyes, the panic in their voices, and the emptiness behind their masks. And they will remember you, the unstoppable force that changed everything. What you just did is haunting them. Let it haunt you too, not as a burden, but as a beacon, a reminder that you are alive, awake, and unbreakable, that no fortress is too strong, no defense too mighty, and no darkness too deep when truth and courage walk hand in hand. This is your time. This is your legacy. Walk forward with fire in your soul and ice in your veins, because you have broken through and nothing will ever be the same again.